What's up, everyone? This is Jdog'S DVD Dungeon. I'm back with part 2 of my top 25 picks of the 2000s. I left off at number 14, so here I got my number 13 pick for you. It's a film by Dario Argento. This is the third part of the witch series. This is Mother of Tears. I think there was Suspiria, Inferno, and now you got Mother of Tears. This is a good movie. It's, like I said, directed by Argento, starring Asia Argento, his daughter, looking hot in this. A bunch of witches, lots of gore. I don't know what you'd expect from Argento, minus, I don't know, some of the funky imagery and lighting. This is from 2008. If you're a fan of Argento movies, if you liked Suspiria and Inferno, you better watch Mother of Tears. You gotta get the full fix, all three movies. But yeah, that was my number 13 pick. And at number 12, this is a movie that probably could have been a lot higher, but it just had a couple of things that didn't really work for me in it. This is a film, this is by James Wan. Really like a lot of the stuff he's done. This is Dead Silence. Yeah, like puppet movie. Puppets always creep me the fuck out, so that's why this movie was really good for me. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I've watched it about 4 times now. But it's starring Ryan Quatten, Donnie Wahlberg. It's from 2007. I suggest you check it out. I think James Wan, he's done Saw. Maybe that might be on my list. You never know. We'll stick around. We'll see. But anyway, that's number 12, Dead Silence. We've got number 11. This is a movie, it's on a lot of other people's lists, but this is the remake of Dawn of the Dead. This is written by James Gunn, directed by Zack Snyder. You got like Sarah Polley in it, Ving Rhames, Mekhi Phifer. This is from 2004. I remember I was pretty excited when it first came out because I hadn't seen a zombie movie in a lot of years. So I remember I made up an excuse to get out of work that night. I was working at a gas station and I fucked off, went home, got dressed, went and watched this. And as soon as I was done watching it, I went home and watched the original. I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me at the time, but I just take it for what it is now. It's more of an action movie with running zombies. That's kind of fun once in a while. That came in at number 11 for me just because of the anticipation for it and how excited I was to go see it at the time. But it did kind of disappoint. Now we're into the top 10. This is a movie I was really excited to see. And when I went to see it in the theater, I was the only person there. It was an afternoon matinee, like at Easter when it came out. It was the day after its first running. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, but that's Grindhouse. It's I think you got Planet Terror, directed by Robert Rodriguez, and you got the Death Proof one by Quentin Tarantino, which I wasn't quite a fan of as much as Planet Terror, because I don't know, Planet Terror had Tom Savini in it and had a whole bunch of fun stuff going on, and to me, Death Proof was pretty drawn out, a lot of talking. It's cool to see Kurt Russell back, though, being all badass as Stuntman Jack. But yeah, that's number 10 for me. That's Grindhouse. Check that one out. It's good times. That's from 2007. Number 9 for me is American Psycho. That's directed by Mary Harron, starring Christian Bale. You got Chloe Sevigny, you got Willem Dafoe, Josh Lucas, Jared Leto. This movie's right on the bubble. This is from 2000. But I really enjoy this movie. It's like kind of more of a serial killer movie than a horror movie, but it's got a whole good insight to like the 80s yuppie vibe and all that stuff. Suggest you check it out. Patrick Bateman, he's kicking ass. He's doing all kinds of funky stuff to hookers and whatnot. So that's number 9 for me, American Psycho. Number 8's real weird movie. You don't ever hear people talk about this. It was on Runk's list, though, but this is Perfume, the story of a murderer. Yeah, really good movie. It's directed by Tom Tykov, I think is the name, starring Bed Wishaw. I don't know. I wrote this down off the back of the DVD. It's from 2007. It's a weird movie. Like, you got this guy, he's got a real funky sense of smell. And he's the way he's born is pretty wild. Like, he's just born on the fish docks. His mom gives birth to him and sweeps him under with all the fish guts. That was pretty twisted. And the kid grows up, and he's trying to capture this perfect scent, and along the process, as he gets older, he turns into a serial killer, and he's out killing women, and he's making the scent a woman. And I don't want to give too much away, but really, really good movie, really underrated. I suggest you check it out. That's number 8 for me. That's Perfumes, the story of a murderer. Number 7, this is another movie. This one just made me uneasy watching it. It creeped me out and stuff. But this is Jack Ketchum's Girl Next Door. Yeah, it's funky. It's directed by Gregory Wilson. Some of the stuff that they do to this girl in this movie, and like the mother of them boys and stuff, I don't know. I showed it to my roommate when I first picked it up, and he kept wanting me to shut it off, but I made him watch it, and he was pretty uneasy. Yeah, it's a twisted movie. It's something that's going to stick with you after you watch it. That's why it's so high on my list, because these aren't necessarily like the most popular movies, but these are the movies that stuck with me the most and impacted me throughout the 2000s, and I don't know, stuff that I enjoyed. So that's number 7, Girl Next Door. Suggest you check it out. I know Runk's a big fan of this movie as well. Yeah, it's something it'll get under your skin if you watch it, so check that one out. At number 6, this is a really fun movie. I was a fan. It kind of throws back to a lot of the 80s stuff, but this is Slither, written and directed by James Gunn. This dude that wrote Dawn of the Dead remake. And then you got starring Nathan Fillion, Elizabeth Banks, Michael Rooker. It's from 2006. And a lot of people say it's a lot like Night of the Creeps from the 80s. Classic Fred Decker movie we're finally going to get on DVD soon. But yeah, it's like alien slugs, zombies, fun characters, a lot of funny stuff going on. It's just a fun movie in general. Suggest you check it out. I really enjoy it. I go back and watch it all the time. But now for the top 5. Coming in at number 5, this is a horror comedy, another zombie movie. A lot of zombie-themed movies on my list, so you can kind of tell the stuff I like. But this is Shaun of the Dead from 2004. This is written by Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg. You got directed by Edgar Wright. You got starring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Kate Ashfield. This fun zombie comedy. It's like Simon Pegg, breaks up with his girlfriend. Next day, you got a zombie outbreak. He goes to rescue her. I don't know. Everyone knows this movie, so I'm not going to dwell on it too long, but that's my number 5 pick, Shaun of the Dead. It's good times. It's my number 4 pick. This is something that ain't on anybody's list, I didn't think. Especially not this high, but it's a Canadian movie. I really enjoyed this. Since I really love slasher films, this is kind of a throwback to all that stuff. This is a film written and directed by Ryan Nicholson. This is Gutterballs. This fucking film rules in my books. This is from 2008. Starring Dan Ellis. You got Alistair Gamble. I don't know. Bad acting in the movie. A lot of titties. Some real funky gore. Like some kill scenes that you ain't never seen before. It's pretty original as far as modern slashers go. Check it out if you haven't. I can't say enough about that movie. Well, that's number 4 for me. That's Ryan Nicholson's Gutterballs. Coming in at number 3 is another zombie movie. This is one I was 20 years in the waiting for me. This is George Romero's Land of the Dead. You got starring Simon Baker, John Leguizamo. You got Dennis Hopper in this movie. Ace Argento, Robert Joy, which is in Dark Half, if I believe, another Romero movie. Yeah, from 2005. I don't know, had a few holes in the plot for me, but I really enjoyed it. I still watch it all the time. For all the haters, I say, fuck you, Land of the Dead is tits. Really good movie. Anyway, number 2. This is a movie that's on a lot of people's lists, fairly high as well. This is Lucky McKee's May. It's from 2003, starring Angela Bettis, Jeremy Sisto, Anna Faris. Looking hot in that movie. But yeah, this is May. She's kind of a weird girl. Talks to dolls, works at a vet. I don't know. Watch this movie. It's funky. I'm kind of running out of time. I don't want to run long. I'm going to try to finish this off. But it's number 2, May. Number 1 for me, dun, da, 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 Adam Green's Hatchet. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. That movie's a piece of shit. Anyway, number 1 for me is Frailty. directed by Bill Paxton, starring Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey, written by Brent Hanley, this one. Awesome movie. Not a lot of people talk about it, but I notice it's on everyone's number one. Yeah, how's that, eh? Bill Paxton made our favorite horror movie of 2001. Gotta make you think, but anyway, God's Hand Killer. I'm almost out of time, but I love that movie. Everyone knows about Frailty, so I don't want to go on and on. But that's Jdog'S number one pick. That's Bill Paxton's Frailty. Hope you enjoyed my top 25. I'm almost out of time. Thanks for watching, and peace.